Social networks allow individuals to escape reality and promote the creation of false, idealized identities within a virtual world. Nielsen Online shows that social networks and blogs are now the fourth most popular online activity, ahead of personal email. In this documentary, we will discuss the negative impact that social networks have on personal identity, focusing on anonymity, including self-presentation and pseudonymity. We will compare the real world to the virtual world in terms of the difference in social norms on such virtual networks as Second Life, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and MySpace.
Many argue that the internet is the ultimate liberating channel, freeing us to be the persons we always wanted without the stifling restrictions that culture enforces because of our gender, race, physical attractiveness, and so on.
An example of an extreme planned fabrication is the creation of Lonely Girl 15, an actress hired by a company to play a teenage girl on YouTube for the purpose of generating an online audience.
And I really like a lot of you guys on here. I really like Pay to the Order of Two. You're really funny, and your videos are always really interesting. You seem really nice.
After the online community discovered that Lonely Girl was a hoax, they had an extremely negative reaction. This can be linked to the theory of the deinstitutionalization of celebrityhood, whereby she avoided the normal way of gaining an audience and instead used her false identity to deceive and gain popularity.
The creation of the name Lonely Girl is an example of a pseudonym, defined as the middle ground between absolute anonymity and real-life identity.
I think they definitely have the potential to. I mean, you can post anything you want if that's the person's only connection to you. It's really all they know about you. So.
I think yes, because it's so easy to lie on the internet, and like things where you're not like straight up about yourself, you can just lie and nobody would know really.
I've definitely noticed that, you know, some people may make themselves look a certain way with the kind of pictures they take of themselves, or the kind of things maybe that they put on their Facebook or whatever, to make them look a certain way, but in reality, if you meet them, they're not really like that. Or
they try to manipulate their image, like Facebook, on the pictures they post, the statuses they write, things like that. So I definitely think people manipulate their image on Facebook, yeah, or on social websites.
I definitely think so, because I feel like over the internet and all that stuff, like you can portray something that you're not with all like the pictures and like comments and stuff, and people might get the wrong idea, or you might like try to give the wrong idea of something that you're not.
Second Life, a 3D virtual network where you create your own avatar that interacts with other avatars, allows individual participation in a fabricated world removed from reality and consequently identity. These avatars, explained as an object constituted by electronic elements serving as a psychic or bodily appendage, an artificial subjectivity that is attached to a supposed original or unitary being, an online persona understood as somehow appended to a real person who resides elsewhere in front of a keyboard. Studies have shown that people tend to lie about their identity to avoid courtesy, manners, expectations, and consequences for bad behavior.
I definitely think so, yeah, because it's not actually real, like what goes on over the internet, like you're not face to face or whatever, so people often like have confidence that, or like are willing to say stuff that isn't actually true, like in the spur of the moment kind of thing, so.
Yes, it does have a negative impact, because I think they should just put their pictures, or like on Facebook, just put their profile pictures and everything, put the real information, because that's what I do. And I get kind of frustrated when I see profiles, well, somebody who adds me and then it's not even, there's no real pictures and it's all fake. So I'm actually wondering who's that person, why are they doing that, you know, just put your real picture, it's called Facebook.
There's a negative side to the false identity because it's creating a whole new reality for yourself and you're kind of deceiving yourself.
it's a societal flaw in a way. It's almost like they're using this as a way to make themselves superficial, like the way they see all sorts of superficial celebrities and stuff in the media and things like that. It's almost like they're trying to create themselves and make themselves a part of that.
Our identities are defined by the tensions between our culture's desire to have us conform to particular roles and our own desire to resist this pressure and establish a unique sense of self. Mind and body, female and male, gay and straight, don't seem to be such natural oppositions anymore. The reason for this is simple. In virtual reality, you are whoever you say you are.
Ask yourself, are you certain of your own identity when you are online? If not, does it seem to matter to you? Identity has become something imposed upon us by the collection of personal information of all kinds, but it has also become something more under our control, constructed through our participation in different digital environments. The creation of social networking sites promotes the ability for individuals to create false online identities. Their removal from real-world environments into the virtual world reduces pressures to conform to societal norms, allowing people to create an identity that could potentially be drastically different from their own. As online social networks evolve, the use and acceptance of false identities will increase, and the competition between the real and virtual self will become exceedingly complex.
If I only could make a deal with God.